Okay, welcome to my health fair project for the 2020 virtual health fair for 10th grade health. My topic that I selected for this project is Alzheimer's disease. Now, I have a very close personal connection to Alzheimer's disease. My birth father um, passed away 6 years ago from Alzheimer's disease. And my connection to Alzheimer's disease, very simply, is how does this affect me? Okay, so when I started to think about my research for this, one of the things that I really wanted to do was to say, what is the impact on me? Because genetically, my father had Alzheimer's disease. Okay, that is what ended his life. Okay, the second part that I think is really important for us to understand, especially someone in my role who's a parent, is how will this affect my children? Okay, so genetically, is there a connection to Alzheimer's disease that goes from my father to me and potentially to my children? And I just want to do everything in my power to make sure that that's not going to be something that impacts them. So in my research, those are some things that I've been considering. Okay, so a couple things that I've really pulled out of my research to this point. Number one is, yes, it can follow genetic lines. Now, is it mandatory that it will? Not necessarily, but it can follow genetic lines. But number two, and this is where I have a little bit of hope, number two is sometimes Alzheimer's is based on lifestyle choices. Okay, so I'll give you an example. My birth father used a lot of drugs and alcohol in his life. My birth father lived a lifestyle that was a little bit on edge, and I think some of that contributed to the onset of his Alzheimer's disease. Okay, so I'm hoping that that ties in. Okay, and then the last piece that I've picked up that I think is really valuable is the idea of being able to think about what can I do now to prevent things down the road. Okay, so I found a few things right off the top. Number one, what can I do with my diet? I think the diet is really key. Okay, so there's something I read about called the Mediterranean diet, which includes lots of vegetables, grains, beans, fish, and to really limit processed food. So that's one of my big goals right now, is to start limiting processed food and to really encourage a high vegetable, high grain, high bean, high fish type of diet. So that's one thing, and I'm also encouraging that with my children. Okay, so those 3 points have really shined to me so far in my research. I'm extremely excited that you are here to be part of my health fair project. Just a couple navigation things. If you look up at the top of the screen here, you'll see some things across the top, way above my video, that tell you the different components of my project. Okay, so if you look through those, I'd love for you to take a look at those different links up there. They will take you through different things that I've learned and how I put my research back out. And then lastly, if you have any questions about this topic after you've gone through this, if you want to email me, I'm going to place my email right below this video. Okay, so I would love to hear from you, any feedback you might have, any ideas you might have, anything that you could show me or ask me. Maybe you have something that I missed. I would love to add that to my work. So I appreciate your willingness to be part of this. I appreciate that you're here and you're listening to me. And I appreciate the opportunity to share what I've learned in my research on this project. Okay, so have a great day, and thanks for checking us out.